bring it down here. Whoops. Yeah, that's right. So we want this to go to gallery. And I think we'll go back up actually, because this is really important. This is why we're here. So we want to make this part really nice and interactive. So you can flip through these really quick. And as I'm looking at this, I feel like we're losing. I mean, this is like the intro to a gallery. So it's like we have just this beautiful, beautiful shot of Jupiter, but we really want people to get excited about it. So we want them to interact with the gallery. And as they flip through, we're making this up as we go. So we want them to really be excited about the pieces. So I like this one quite a bit. So I'm going to bring this in here, drag it down, and this will be like the next one. But we just want to show a sneak peek of it. I think, yeah, I think that's fine. So if you hold Option down and Shift, you can really snap these things pretty quickly, and hit Shift or Option Command right bracket, and it will pop this up. And keep doing that with different pieces. And I'm just holding the edges, changing the text to next, and go to white. And we might want to start using, like as we go down, we've been using the Acumen Pro for the paragraph and then these for the hot spots, but I still like it. I'll just keep it really small, like 12, and bring it on here, and then drop this back on the fill to like 50%, or yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. So I was planning to really make this big. So this is next to black too, but to make it stand out even more, we'll just make it all caps and maybe like 128. Boom. And fix the letter spacing, so like 120. And now we've got that kind of effect where we can come in here. And so this, if you remember, that you want to think about your spacing. So this is the 96. So we can have this up here and space it out that way. And that might work, or like you can do this and just shift it out a little bit with the, like maybe go to like 128, something like that. So you got this fun balance. Yeah, that's looking cool. It's fun, just simple and just easy to read. And you kind of want to interact with it, but this part I think we really want to make it look cool and just work really well. So I'm going to just call this deep motion. So like we'll say that this is 3 out of 7 or something. So this will be the section itself that we're on. And remember, I'm just holding Option down. 03. I'm going to change this to white. And I might change this back to next to regular. I don't know why they're all like I bought this and it's all separated out instead of in a section. So I need to look at that. Let's see here. Maybe like 48, maybe a big one. Yeah. So this is like, hey, you know, there's a lot more than this to see, so check it out. And some of these I like to do where you space out the text just a little bit with like 10% text. So if you're right here, this is the letter spacing. So if you ever have an issue, you can hover over and it'll tell you what it does. So we were using 4, but we went to 3 here. So just for the sake of it, let's try and just go down to 3. And I always like to use pieces that are used elsewhere so that it just feels like a family. So I'm going to move these, and we'll do a vertical line and say like one of them is shot up. So something, let's see, what was this one? We didn't name this one. I think we'll just name it NASA Dark Gray 1. Okay, so now we've got dark gray 1. We'll break it and then come down and we'll just drag it up a couple dots like that. NASA Dark Gray 2. It might be too big, so we'll just do spaced out. And so here's another line here that you can get your eye to capture with that 3, which is cool. And then if you check this out and you capture it there and you're almost in the middle, it doesn't have to be perfect, but the idea is that you're thinking about placement and how it flows. And one thing to do is to scoot back and see if it's balanced, and it's looking pretty cool, and your eye is moving around, and the hierarchy of, you see these hot spots, and then this little teaser right there. It's kind of fun. Okay, so these are all like spaced 20 pixels, so we wanted 7, and there's more, like, so you could have like 10 if you wanted. And we might move this over here so that your left justified text. So sometimes with devs you want to do that. You left justify this so that they know to set that in this section as left justified. So if the text changes, you're dealing with it stretching out. But I think what we'll do is stretch it out this way. So I'm going to select all these and then go to tidy up or distribute. I'm going to distribute it because I wanted it exact. And now, so these were all 21 pixels. Let's go ahead and you can grab them all and then you go up to 25 so you can, or 24. And so then we'll make this one 32. Okay. And then make it white. Whoops. So we'll swap these. Because we're on 3. And it might be cool to just drag, hold, and make this that same lighter gray. And I just hit Command left bracket to go down. And I think I'm gonna just make it really hard to read, but the idea is that you're on 3 and it kind of floats through. It kind of looks cool that way. Oh, and I forgot, I wanted to give the guy credit, a photo guy credit. Where was his name? I wonder if I covered it up. I'll grab it from my other text doc. So this would be like the image credit. And I'll make this part uppercase and really small, spaced out, and a little bit bolder. Maybe not. Text in the middle, enough for spacing. Line it up with the top. We're gonna make this even less apparent. There's not a lot of difference between this and that, so what I'm gonna do is go into my NASA Grade 1, click on this and drag it down. You can see what's happening. The image credit and the missions downloads about is shifting down, and I'm gonna just come down to about there. Cool. All right. Well, I think it's pretty good for a quick layout. So that one thing you can do is just change everything really quickly. So like if you wanted a surfing picture here and then a call to action, basically this is just a nice quick landing page with the gallery that gets your eye moving around. And then what you can do, the last section, is you can duplicate this and grab everything in here and hit Command G and group it. And what we'll do is take it out of the page itself. Where did that go? Whoops. I'm gonna create a component from this page. This will be a little bit easier. And say let's make a big page here, and we'll say it's 1920 by 1080, and maybe even make it a little bit bigger. We'll make this black. And so then you can kind of see like setting up a dribble shot. So then you'd export this out, and like it almost looks like it has shading on it already, but so you could do a little bit lighter background too, and then set your section with an effect. So like drop shadow and blur it and make it barely seeable, but so